Hi, how would you know if you're getting the right colors or brightness or details and contrast in your photos when you edit them in your computer? I'm Alonzo. That's what we're going to talk about. Whenever you edit your pictures in your computer, you are at the mercy of your computer's display or monitor. You base your decisions when you edit on what you see on your computer's display. So if your computer's display is not giving you the right information like color or brightness and contrast, then you will be making the wrong decisions when you edit your pictures. To make sure that you're seeing the right information in your display, you have to calibrate your monitor. There are two ways to calibrate your monitor. One is by the soft calibration method. That means you're going to use an application or program to calibrate the display, and it usually comes with your computer's operating system. And the other one is a more reliable one, and that is the hardware-based calibration setup. One example of a hardware-based calibration setup is the Colormunki Display, which I have here, and it's made by X-Rite. Another popular brand is the Spider. So how do we use this device? First, you install the software or the driver that came with the device, or you can download it straight from the manufacturer's website. So after installing the driver, what we're going to do now is plug this calibrator into our computer through the USB port and then launch the application or the driver. So you can see here in the opening screen, I'm being asked whether to profile my display or my projector. This device can calibrate your LCD projector, so every time you make a presentation, you can be sure that you're showing the right colors and details to your clients. So here we go. We have two options, whether to profile our Cintiq display here or my Cinema HD. So I'm going to select this one. Alright, so if you're a beginner, you might want to begin first with the easy photo, but I use the advanced photo, and it's not that difficult. All you need to do is you can follow the recommended settings by the manufacturer. So I select here D65 or 6500 Kelvin, and for the luminance display, I select or I choose 120 lux. So after selecting these things, this one, I click on next. So now you have two options here. You can optimize your display based on the ambient light available, because it will have an impact on the way you see your screen, of course. And you can also correct your display based on the reflectivity of your computer's display, or which we call the flare, because it could also affect the way you see things in your computer display. So I have checked both. So now it's asking me to measure the available light or the ambient light present in the room, because it will have an impact on the way I see things in my computer. For the Colormunki, I'm going to cover the lens of the calibrator with a built-in diffuser, and I'm going to make sure it's just in front of the monitor and not in shadows. I'm going to click on measure. So Colormunki is measuring, and currently my light level is 100 lux. I'm going to click on next. So now it's asking me to remove the diffuser. So I'm going to rotate the Colormunki display. Okay, look what happens to the screen. It says here, place Colormunki here. You see that orange outline there? That's where you're going to put the calibrator. So it's important that the calibrator must be in contact with the screen at all times. So I'm going to click on next. Measurement in progress. Please wait. After red, there's green, then blue, RGB. So now the driver is asking me to adjust my monitor's brightness. So I'm going to increase the brightness until it shows a check mark, or the orange line is in line with that thin white line there. Okay, there you go. We have a check mark, so we're good to go. And then we are going to go click next. And at this point, probably you might want to get yourself a hot cup of coffee, because this calibration usually takes around 5 minutes. Okay, so there we go. The calibration is just finished, but we still have to take a few more steps, and the next one is to measure the flare. So how do we do that? With the Colormunki. So I'm just going to point the lens of the calibrator towards the screen and then click on measure. So the calibrator is around a foot away from the screen at an eye level from where I see it, because basically we're trying to measure the reflections on your computer screen, which will have an impact on the way you see things, and the calibrator will optimize the display based on this measurement. So just hold it as still as possible. There you go. Flare detected. So what will I do next? Click on next. And then I'm going to click on save. This is the new calibrated profile. Okay, so next step now is to set the next calibration date, and if you'd like to be reminded also, so just click the checkbox here. So you can calibrate it up to every 4 weeks, or it can be every week, and then click on next. Now you can see here, here's a sample image, and you can toggle between before and after. So this is the after. You can also select other images, or you can put your own image for comparison. And then click on next. And then the program will also ask you whether you want to use the calibrator to monitor the ambient light every, let's say, 5 minutes. And it will either prompt you, or it will automatically adjust the screen for you. And then let's go, click on finish, and there you go. And that's how we calibrate our monitors using the Colormunki display. But please don't expect to see your images as exactly the same in your computer display in other monitors or displays, especially if those monitors are not properly calibrated. Nevertheless, you can have a peace of mind that whatever you do with your images in Lightroom or Photoshop, you're making the right decisions because your display is giving you the right information. So if you like this tip, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and kindly visit my website jalonzophotographyworkshop.com to see the photography workshops that I offer here in Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much.